But si our new secretary, si Secretary Toledo, will take a look at this and suggest to us the most efficient way of paying the families of the deceased. No, dapat hindi umabot to ng matagal. Pag-apply ho nila in a matter maybe of weeks, mabigay na. In fact, maybe we can tweak the budgeting. Baka pwedeng ibigay nilang sa DILG, sila na magbigay.
Tama.
Bakit papupunta ng DBM, Secretary? Bakit papupunta ng DBM, ba't hindi nilang DILG ang mag-dispense? Diba? Parang wala na kayong sakit ulo. Diba? Yeah, but in other words, we're thinking of ways to make it more efficient.
Sabagay, death benefit naman yun. Death benefit board.
Erwin, dahil nga sa sobrang complicated, wala na rin nag-a-apply.
Yun na nga po yung...
Pero meron naman, sabi nila 25 million a year.
Ay, yung po talaga yung, siguro, wala na po talaga yun. Wala na makuha, mapuntahan. Kaya nakapagtatakbo, marami po tayong mga barangay officials na nagkakasakit, namamatay po, barangay chairman, kagawad.
Well, thank you again. Thank you very much for bringing this up. Again, maliit na bagay, basic political unit natin, pero mahalaga yung kanilang ginagawa on the ground. So we'll review this concept, and ang importante naman, Secretary Toledo, mabilis makuha ng pamilya. Opo. Yun ang pinaka-importante.
Ako na po
regardless kung saan yung pondo, dapat makuha nila kaagad.
Ako po yung maasa na sa ating bagong kalihim ay masisilip niya po ito. At tingin ko naman masigasig ang ating bagong kalihim. At kasi yung siguro mga nakaraang panahon po, nakapokus sa iba yung ating DBM. Eh ngayon siguro po, with all this, we're hoping and praying na iba ang magiging focus po ng ating bagong kalihim na ipinagkatiwala sa kanya ng Pangulo. So ito lang po siguro, Ginoong Pangulo, ang aking pong kahilingan lamang ay itong mga benefits po na ito, itong mga pondo na ito, dapat po maibaba talaga sa mga dapat ibaba at ika nga yung information dissemination, Ginoong Pangulo, Ginoong Chairman, Ginoong Secretary, kasi po para, ika nga, meron naman pala po, ngayon ko lang nga po nakita na may death benefits po dito, kung hindi ko pa po tinignan yung fine print, na meron palang barangay officials death benefit. So yun lamang po, Ginoong Pangulo.
Yes, if I may intervene, just with the indulgence of Senator
Villanueva is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Senator Erwin, thank you. I would just like to propound what the good chairman stated a while ago. And I support him. Why don't we just go from DILG straight to the barangay officials instead of going back to the national government, to the Department of Budget and Management? I think it is important because that's the main reason why we are discussing and scrutinizing the budget. And if we can come up with a solution that will expedite the program implementation, then why don't we do that? If we can have the commitment already of the good acting secretary, Mr. President. Just to put that on record, that I'm in support with that suggestion made by our chairperson.
Well, that's the most practical approach that we can do, is just transfer the 50 million to DILG dahil ang DILG, they talk to the barangay officials on a regular basis.
Directly
correct. And it saves the hassle sa DBM pa to, diba, to mag-dispense ng 22,000 para sa barangay
Pero,
officials.
Ginoong Pangulo, Mr. Chair, ito po ba itong pag-distribute ng death benefits, ito po ba ay isang batas na pwede pong, hindi po pwede ilipat, or ito po ay memorandum order lamang po, MO, or office? Ano po ang legal basis nito, Ginoong Pangulo? Kasi kung meron pong batas dito, baka mahirapan naman po tayo i-transfer ito,
Exactly.
Ginoong Pangulo.
Yes, we submit, Mr. President. Is it a law? Is it a law? Law? Oh, there's a law.
The 694 daw.
So it is explicitly, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, is it explicitly under the law? Because if it is under the law, then we cannot...
Pero Ginoong Pangulo, ito po ay tinignan po ng aking staff. Ito po ay ang basis lamang po sa GAA. Ala naman po talagang specific na batas na RA, kundi ito po ay dito lamang po nakalagay sa
provision of the GAA. Then we can do something about it, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman. So if we can propose through the chairperson of this committee, we can provide such a provision in the before passing the General Appropriations Act of 2026. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, distinguished
Thank
colleague.
you.
I will take the suggestion of Senator Joel, Senator Erwin, subject to further legal. But when I'm looking at the law, I had a cursory look at the law, parang wala naman legal prohibition. Ang sabi, magbigay. No, hindi naman sinabi sino magbibigay.
So yung tanong ko, Ginoong Pangulo, kung pwede bang ilipat na lang from DBM to DILG?
Yes, yes.
Kasi mas madali po yung kaysa sa
Correct.
maghanap yung pamilya ng barangay official, nandun siya sa Timbuktu, maghanap po siya ng opisina ng DBM,
Yes.
pinakamalapit to sa regional office po.
Saka lahat ng LGU merong DILG rep.
Tama po.
So meron ho silang boots on the ground.
Excuse me, if the legal basis is a general provision under the GAA, then we can introduce amendment.
Yes, yes.
And amend the general provision.
Yes. So, ganun po ang gagawin ho natin. But I had a cursory review of that RA 6942. Wala naman akong nakikitang legal prohibition. Ang importante, nabigay. Diba? Yun po. So, we'll thank you, Senator Erwin, for that suggestion, and maraming salamat for taking the cudgels of our barangay officials. Sabi ko nga, maliit na pondo, pero it goes a long way to our barangay officials.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair. Mr. Secretary, thank you. Thank you for your patience.
Before we close the period of interpellation on the budget of the DBM, will the sponsor oblige the chair to intervene?
Yes.
Lang ito. This regarding the PSDBM. In the past, there have been calls for the abolition of the PSDBM due to certain controversies. And there are questions, particularly if PSDBM's revenue generation is still aligned with public interest or mag-encourage lang ng profit-driven procurement at the expense of quality and transparency. So, I will enumerate some controversies. While hindi naman kailangan ng allotment from the GAA kasi may sariling income generation yung PSDBM. And yet, ito yung mga controversies. COA has repeatedly flagged the PSDBM and its client agencies for noted delays in the delivery of various supplies and equipment, including medical supplies during the COVID-19 pandemic and learning materials for the Department of Education, DepEd. Noong 2021, PSDBM procured over 39,000 laptops at a price of approximately 58,300 pesos each, despite the DepEd's original price estimate of around 35,000 per unit. Yung laptops were found to have outdated Intel Celeron processors, resulting in reduced performance. Next, yung 47.6 billion pesos in COVID-19 funds were transferred from the DOH to the PSDBM, and the anomalous award of contracts in favor of pharmaceutical, I think nasa korte na po ito, which sold overpriced medical supplies such as face masks and face shields. Tapos yung unexpended unutilized interagency transferred funds, IATF balances of 987.31 million from 2021 and below with lapsed validity were neither returned to client agencies nor reverted to the National Treasury due to ongoing reconciliation with client agencies. Then, 1.62 billion remitted to the National Treasury for unutilized or unexpended interagency transfer funds for 2023. PNP may enumeration. So, what does DBM say about this, Mr. Chairman?
I agree with you, Mr. President. In fact, that DepEd laptops issue is also connected to the person who's also involved in the flood control issue, si Mr. Zaldico. In fact, siya rin po yung nag-bid dyan sa laptop issue at nagkaroon rin po ng problema. So after all of these issues coming up, the PSDBM went back to their original mandate of just bidding for common used items. So kung hindi common used items, hindi na ho nila papasukan ho yun. Bawal na ho yun. So yung mga bond paper, ball pen, you can go to PSDBM and buy your goods there. Pero yung mga other than that, hindi na common use, hindi na ho nila pinapayagan.
Yeah, thank you for the information, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ask for me to suspension, Mr. President.
1 minute suspension.
Mr. President, will the good sponsor yield the floor for a few questions?
Yes, Mr. President, we're more than happy to receive questions from the good senator.
Mr. President, may we know the budget priorities of under the proposed 2026, and how did the DBM identify the allocation per sector percentage wise? No? For example lang po, Mr. President, etong sa PSC, sa sports, yearly, napakaliit po ng pie nila, 0.001. Pero pag nananalo po ang ating mga athletes, celebrate tayo, lahat po ay umaangkin sa kanilang panalo. Pero yung budget na binibigay sa kanila, napakaliit, kumbaga sa cake. Baka yung pinaka-asukal lang doon ang share ng PSC. So, paano po kayo nag-allocate ng per sector percentage wise po, Mr. President?
Mr. President, per sector po, meron pong for 2026 budget. So, for example, for social services sector, meron pong 2.3 billion pesos. That's 34% of the budget. For the economic services sector, that's 1.8 billion pesos. That's 27% of the budget. General public services, 1.2 billion pesos. That's 17% of the budget. Debt burden, 978 billion. That's 14% of the budget. Malaki ho yan. And defense, 430. That's 6.3% of the budget. So yun po yung division sa the different sectors, Mr. President.
Mr. President, pwede makahingi ng more detail po dito sa laki-laki ng budget ng Pilipinas. Makahilan tayo ng printed, detailed, per percentage wise.
Per sector po, you mean the